Good morning. Welcome to another daily reading. This is Exodus 34 and John 16. John 16 and Exodus 34. I read from the Institute for Scriptural Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And Yah is short for YahWeh, YahWeh, Yod-Heh, Vav-Heh, Yahuwah. It's like saying Dan, Daniel, Daniel with an E. What is a difference and does matters when people say that Phil, Bob, Sam, and Aaron are the same name when no, they're not, and no one in their right mind would ever believe that. And only a fool would believe that a hammer could force its creator to do anything. And there was no letter J in the Hebrew, Greek, or Aramaic text because the letter J is about 600 years old. Well, the son of Elohim, Yahushua, the Messiah, sweat blood and was brutally murdered on a stake, spent 3 days in Sha'ul in darkness and gnashing of teeth and fire, and was resurrected on the third day for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago. In a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yeshua, which is short for Yahoshua, is Joshua. And the son of Elohim's name, Yahshua, means Yah is salvation. Yah will save his people from their sins. The name of the Father is in the name of the Son. Exodus 34. And Yahweh said to Moshe, Mosheh, cut 2 tablets of stone like the first ones, and I shall write on these tablets the words that were on the first tablets which you broke, and be ready in the morning. Then you shall come up in the morning to Mount Sinai, Sinai, and present yourself to me there on the top of the mountain, and let no man come up with you, and let no man be seen in all the mountain, and let not even the flock or the herd feed in front of the mountain. And he cut 2 tablets of stone like the first ones. Then Moshe rose early in the morning and went up Mount Sinai as Yahweh had commanded him. And he took 2 tablets of stone in his hand. And Yahweh came down in the cloud and stood with him there and proclaimed the name Yahweh. And Yahweh passed before him and proclaimed Yahweh, Yahweh, and El, E with a half a check mark, El, and El compassionate and showing favor, patient and great in loving commitment and truth, watching over loving commitment for thousands, forgiving crookedness and transgression and sin, but by no means leaving unpunished, visiting the crookedness of the fathers upon the children and the children's children to the 3rd and 4th generations. Fancy English generations, so their generations. And Moshe hurried and bowed himself toward the earth and did obeisance, so great obedience, and said, If now I have found favor in your eyes, O Yahweh, I pray, let Yahweh go on in our midst, even though we are a stiff-necked people, and forgive our crookedness and our sin, and take us as your inheritance. And he said, See, I am making a covenant. This is the first covenant, and there is only one. The next covenant isn't another covenant, it's just a renewed same covenant. And he said, See, I am making a covenant before all your people. I'm going to do wonders, such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation. And all the people among whom you are shall see the work of Yahweh. For what I am doing with you is awesome. Guard what I command you today. See, I am driving out from before you the Amorite, Amorite, and the Canaanite, Kenate, and the Hittite, H with a dot, Ittite, and the Perizzite, Perizzite, and the Hivite, H with a dot, Iwwite, and the Ubisite, Yeb with a line underneath of it, Usite. Guard yourself, lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land where you are going, lest it be a snare in your midst, but break down their slaughter places, and smash their pillars, and cut down their Asherim, Ashe with a half a check mark, Rim, For you do not bow yourselves to another mighty one, for Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous El, lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they whore after their mighty ones, and slaughter to their mighty ones, and one of them invites you, and you eat of his slaughterings, and you take of his daughters for your sons, and his daughters whore after their mighty ones, and make your sons whore after their mighty ones, which is exactly what happened, by the way. Do not make a molded mighty one for yourselves. Guard the festival of Matzot, Matzot, the festival of unleavened bread. For 7 days you eat unleavened bread, as I commanded you, in the appointed time of the new moon. So the new month of Abib, the first month, AB with a line underneath of it, IB with a line underneath of it. Because in the new moon of Abib you came out from Mitzrayim, Egypt, Mitsraym. Everyone opening the womb is mine, and every male firstborn among your livestock, whether bull or sheep. But the firstborn of a donkey you ransom with a lamb, and if you do not ransom, then you shall break his neck. Every firstborn of your sons you shall ransom, and they shall not appear before me empty-handed. 6 days you work, but on the 7th day you rest. In plowing time and in harvest you rest. And perform the festival of Shabbut, Shab with the line underneath of it, U''OT, which is the festival of weeks. For yourself of the first fruits of wheat harvest, and the festival of ingathering, so the festival of booths. Hold on, I think I may have mistaken something here. Shabbut is the festival of weeks. Yeah, the festival of ingathering. And the festival of ingathering at the turn of the year, which is the festival of Sukkot, booths. Yeah, okay, I wasn't mistaken. I just overdid it. The turn of the year is Tekupha. Tequupah. It says, see explanatory notes, turn of the year. In other words, it'll be in the T section of my videos. Explanatory notes, T. Turn of the year. 3 times in the year all your men are to appear before the Master Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel. 3 times out of 365 days. 3 times in the year all your men are to appear before the Master Yahweh, the Master Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel. YISRA''E with a half a check mark L. For I dispossess nations before you, and shall enlarge your borders, and let no one covet your land when you go up to appear before Yahweh your Elohim 3 times in the year. Do not slay the blood of my slaughtering with leaven, and do not let the slaughtering of the festival of the Pesah, P-E with a half a check mark, S-A-H with a dot, the Passover, remain until morning. Bring the first of the first fruits of your land to the house of Yahweh your Elohim. Do not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. And Yahweh said to Moshe, write these words, for according to the mouth of these words I have made a covenant with you and with Israel. That's why the words are capitalized, because it's talking about Yah's Torah. And he was there with Yahweh 40 days and 40 nights. He did not eat bread, and he did not drink water. And he wrote on the tablets the words of the covenant the 10 words or 10 commands. And it came to be when Moshe came down from Mount Sinai, while the 2 tablets of the witness were in Moshe's hand, when he came down from the mountain, that Moshe did not know that the skin of his face shone, since he had spoken with him. And Aaron, Aaron, and all the children of Israel looked at Moshe and saw the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come near him. But Moshe called out to them, and Aaron and all the rulers of the congregation returned to him, and Moshe spoke to them. And afterward all the children of Israel came near, and he commanded them all that YahWeh had spoken with him on Mount Sinai. And when Moshe ended speaking with them, he put a veil on his face. But whenever Moshe went in before YahWeh to speak with him, he would remove the veil until he came out. And when he came out, he spoke to the children of Israel what he had been commanded. And the children of Israel would see the face of Moshe, that the skin of Moshe's face shone. And Moshe would put the veil on his face again until he went in to speak with him. I'm starting to lose my voice. It's only my 3rd video. Why am I losing my voice? John 16, these words, fancy English words, I have spoken to you, so YahWeh's Torah, so that these words I have spoken to you, so that you do not stumble. Excuse me. So that you do not stumble. They shall put you out of the congregations, but an hour is coming when everyone who kills you shall think he is rendering service to Elohim. And this they shall do to you, because they did not know the Father nor me. But I have said these words, fancy English words, to you, so that when the hour comes you remember that I told them to you. And these words I did not say to you at the beginning, for I was with you. But now I go away to him who sent me, and not one of you asks me, where are you going? But because I have said these words to you, grief has filled your heart. But I say the truth to you, it is better for you that I go away. For if I do not go away, the Helper shall not come to you at all. But if I go, I shall send him to you. And having come, he shall convict, or confute, or prove wrong the world concerning sin, and concerning righteousness, and concerning judgment. Concerning sin, because they do not believe in me. Concerning righteousness, because I go to my Father, and you see me no more. Concerning judgment, because the ruler of this world is judged. I still have many words, fancy English words, to say to you, so many teachings to say to you. But you are not able to bear them now. But when he comes, the Spirit of the truth, he shall guide you into all the truth. For he shall not speak for himself, but whatever he hears he shall speak, and he shall announce to you what is to come. He shall esteem me, for he shall take of what is mine and announce it to you. All that the Father has is mine. That is why I said that he takes from what is mine and announces it to you. A little while, and you do not see me, and again a little while, and you shall see me. Therefore some of his taught ones said to one another, what is this that he says to us, a little while, and you do not see me, and again a little while, and you shall see me, and because I am going to the Father. Excuse me. So they said, what is this that he says, a little while? We do not know what he is saying. Yahushua therefore knew that they were wishing to ask him, and he said to them, Are you asking one another about what I said? A little while, and you do not see me, and again a little while, and you shall see me. Truly, truly, I say to you, excuse me, that you shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice, and you shall be grieved, but your grief shall become joy. The woman has grief when she is in labor, because her labor has come, but as soon as she has given birth to the child, she no longer remembers the affliction for joy that a man was born into the world. And you therefore have grief now, but I shall see you again, and your heart shall rejoice, and no one takes your joy away from you. Excuse me. And in that day you shall ask me none at all. Truly, truly, I say to you, whatever you ask the Father in my name, he shall give you. Until now you have asked not in my name, so you've asked nothing in my name. Ask, and you shall receive, in order that your joy might be complete. These words, fancy English words, I have spoken to you in figures of speech. But an hour is coming when I shall no longer speak to you in figures of speech, but I shall declare the Father plainly to you. In that day you shall ask in my name, and I do not say to you that I shall pray the Father on your behalf. That I shall pray to the Father on your behalf? Not pray the Father on your behalf? I don't know. It could be right, and I'm just, in my brain thinking, well, no, there has to be a 2, but there doesn't have to be a 2. There's plenty of, Remember, I am ignorant. If you know something, it's that you know nothing at all. In that day you shall ask in my name, and I do not say to you that I shall pray the Father on your behalf. For the Father himself does love you, because you have loved me and have believed that I came forth from Elohim. I came forth from the Father and have come into the world. Again, I leave the world and go to the Father. His taught one said to him, See, now you are speaking plainly and not using figure of speech, but we know that you know all and have no need that anyone should question you. By this we believe that you came forth from Elohim. Yahushua answered them, Do you now believe? See, an hour is coming and has now come that you are scattered each to his own, and leave me alone. Yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. These words, fancy English words, I have spoken to you, that in me you might have peace. In the world you have pressure, but take courage, I have overcome the world. Hallelujah. Enjoy your daily readings.